If you're suffering from the pain and frustration of type 2 diabetes or high blood sugar, then you need to hear about this cutting-edge, controversial discovery that's taking the diabetes community by storm.
When I started the type 2 diabetes destroyer, I was skeptical. But almost immediately, my body stopped aching and I had energy that lasted all day. My blood sugar levels are completely normal now, too.
I began your program on February 22nd of this year. On March 25th, my doctor told me to discontinue taking metformin. Plus, I've lost 11 pounds so far. I'm a happy camper.
Thanks to the type 2 diabetes destroyer, I feel like a new man. My energy levels are as if I turned back the clock 30 years. I'm back to playing with my grandchildren. I was always told that type 2 diabetes is a lifelong illness. If that's true, how did I reverse it?
Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Ryan Shelton. The principles within the Type 2 Diabetes Destroyer program have saved my patients' lives. In my personal and professional opinion, it's the most effective, most natural method to solve your Type 2 diabetes or high blood sugar.
You're about to see an almost unbelievable, quick and lifelong solution to your type 2 diabetes or high blood sugar. Discovered when a rogue doctor found the answer to a dangerous medical mystery that had stumped researchers since 1968. This new discovery has already spawned a movement of over 60,000 people, type 2 diabetics who have realized the shocking truth about their condition and freed themselves from the frustrations of their disease by mysteriously jump-starting their pancreas and restoring their body's natural ability to regulate blood sugar. A miracle doctors thought was impossible until now. Once you know the truth, you'll solve your condition quickly and easily. But be careful, because the $245 billion diabetes pharmaceutical industry is not happy that this discovery was leaked, because it's letting type 2 diabetics of all ages reduce or eliminate their need for insulin shots and blood sugar medication. Just as important, it's giving people their life back. The health to live active and vibrant into their golden years, and the energy to spend time with their family or to enjoy their hobbies and passions without feeling exhausted. If you're watching this presentation, then you've been selected to participate in a limited-time online test study. You'll see the hard science behind this radical new discovery, freeing you from the chains of type 2 diabetes at no cost to you. But you must watch to the very end right now, as there's no telling how long this presentation will stay up. So this could be your last chance to join this movement of over 60,000 people before diabetes big pharma shuts it down. Doctors and researchers work desperately to solve this diabetes medical mystery for over 50 years. And now you're only moments away from learning the shocking truth. Are you ready? The presentation starts right now. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Dr. Taylor couldn't understand it. Every year, over 11,000 people saw their type 2 diabetes mysteriously reversed, and even their doctors couldn't say why. Miraculously, their pancreas kicked back on, and their insulin resistance disappeared, and their high blood sugar returned to healthy levels. The medical mystery was driving Dr. Taylor crazy. In the U.S. alone, over 29 million people suffer from diabetes, and each year it contributes to almost 235,000 deaths. That included Dr. Taylor's own family, friends, and patients, and he was tired of watching them suffer, especially when the solution was right outside his grasp. It couldn't be a fluke. It happened every single year. Those 11,000 people per year had to have something in common that was reversing their type 2 diabetes. But what was it? If he could finally solve this mystery, he'd become the first doctor to discover the real cause of type 2 diabetes. And no, it's not skinny versus fat. He could create a natural treatment that reverses the disease without medication, eliminate the need for diabetes medication and insulin injections in 100% of his type 2 diabetes patients. I mean, can you imagine how that would feel? Realizing you never again have to say no to your favorite foods or stick yourself with painful finger pricks and needles or ever feel like a burden on your friends and family. When you finally break free from diabetes life support, no longer forking over an average of $13,700 every year for medication and insulin shots that only treat your symptoms, Dr. Taylor was so close to giving a new life to everyone with type 2 diabetes, he only had to figure out what was reversing the disease of those 11,000 people. So what happened, and why am I telling you this? Well, I'll answer the second question first. My name is David Andrews, and I actually have a personal stake in this mystery. You see, a few years ago, doctors threatened to amputate my legs because of my type 2 diabetes. Now, when all this happened, I didn't realize how debilitating and deadly this disease can be, even when you're managing it. But now, well, I've done my homework, and in my research, I've uncovered some eye-opening, even shocking facts. But I've also found hope for folks like me, folks who have diabetes. Now, a lot of folks act like I did. We let the statistics go in one ear and out the other. But this is important, okay? Because every single person represented in these statistics is someone like you and me. A mother, a father, a sister, a brother, a son or daughter, grandparents, friends, neighbors, co-workers, loved ones, you and me. We don't think we're going to become a statistic, but that's what this horrible disease does to folks like us. Like the stat I was being faced with that day at the hospital. Hey, did you know that every day over 200 people with diabetes have a limb amputated? That's over 70,000 per year. Even more distressing, 1 in 4 didn't know they had diabetes until it was too late. But worst of all, amputation isn't even the most dangerous part of uncontrolled blood sugar. You may or may not know that diabetes also leads to Alzheimer's, dementia, heart failure, and cancer. Now, when you have excess glucose, your blood becomes a nutrition-packed smoothie for cancer tumors, helping them grow at deadly speeds. And that's why the Harvard Medical School Cancer Center has warned that up to 80% of all cancer is at least partially caused by imbalanced blood glucose and insulin. Oh, but it doesn't end there. A study published in the medical journal Neurology found that diabetes almost doubled the risk of dementia. Your glucose-packed blood constantly rushes through your brain, adding to the buildup that causes Alzheimer's and other types of dementia. And when I read that, I couldn't help but imagining it happening inside my own brain. As I kept reading about my disease, it only got worse. One study showed that if you've got diabetes, your risk of a heart attack is 11 times higher than the average person. Now, at my age, I already had to worry about heart attacks, but it was terrifying to learn that my risk was so much higher than I thought. Another found that diabetes increases your risk of having a stroke by 150%, and during a stroke, diabetes makes it even harder for blood to get to your brain. For most people, a stroke has about a 17% chance of being fatal, but if you're diabetic, a stroke is almost a 100% death sentence. I knew type 2 diabetes was bad, but it wasn't until I found these stats that I realized just how deadly of a situation I was in. So if high blood sugar and type 2 diabetes are so deadly, why do most doctors keep you on diabetes life support by prescribing treatments that only manage the symptoms while ignoring the root cause, especially when new research has revealed the real cause of diabetes and provided a simple solution to jumpstart your body's blood glucose regulation system? Well, the short answer is since 2012, 11 pharmaceutical giants have been caught bribing doctors to push their medication on innocent people with diabetes like you and me, regardless of the best treatment. But I'll share those details with you in just a second. But first, I want to tell you the story of my own diabetes battle and tell you the story of how Dr. Taylor solved that decades-old medical mystery and changed diabetes treatment as we know it forever, and how you can use his scientific discoveries to restore your healthy blood sugar and even reverse your type 2 diabetes. This new solution works by jump-starting your pancreas. It's the part of your body that keeps your blood sugar levels healthy, keeping away insulin resistance. With this pancreas jumpstart solution that I'm about to show you, you'll be able to sharply reduce or even eliminate your need for medication. When you watch this video to the end, I'm also going to show you the easiest, most relaxing trick that I use to instantly lower my blood sugar after I enjoy something sweet. Because, well, you see, I'm a sucker for a can of Coke or a bowl of vanilla ice cream and apple pie. And this isn't some gimmick you see on the internet like drinking gallons of water or soaking your food in vinegar. It's just cold, hard facts discovered by medical researchers to keep your blood sugar down for up to 24 hours. Because when you jumpstart your pancreas, you'll be able to do it without losing your favorite foods, without getting drenched in sweat and gasping for breath from exhausting workouts, and without needing impossible levels of self-control. But I'll warn you, if you have diabetes, Big Pharma makes $13,700 from you each year, adding up to profits of over $245 billion on their insanely priced insulin and medication, drugs that come packed with painful side effects and only help manage the symptoms of your diabetes. It leaves you on diabetes life support until you die. Now, once the word spreads about jump-starting your pancreas to reverse type 2 diabetes, Big Pharma's going to be out billions of dollars. So you can imagine the fraudster CEOs aren't too happy that you're watching this. Because once you know these secrets, you're only weeks away from